Hello, folks. I'm Shiloh. I'm here for that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life, and today I'm going to react to 6 of the competing songs in Depi Evratesil 2025. Now, I always love Armenia in Eurovision, and they have not always, but often sent songs that I think are both competent musically and competent as a package, like with staging and live performances and everything. So I am pretty excited to hear this year's crop of songs. I did watch Depi Evratesil in its first original Just Artist audition form, so I have a little bit of experience with this national final format, but the periods where they used it after, I was not following Eurovision, so I've never actually heard the sorts of songs that tend to get picked for things like this. Like, obviously, I heard the ones that went to Eurovision, but I did not hear, like, the other competing songs. I don't really know too much about how this format works. So, we're gonna see how I like these songs. We have a couple of familiar names here, names that are familiar to me, familiar to, you, the viewer. I will cross those bridges when I come to it. But for now, let's get started. Up first, we have Altsight with the song Dare to Dream. Okay, some rock action. I like. I really like the instrumental here. There's just something about it. This chorus isn't as much as I want it to be, but it's still pretty solid. His voice is too quiet. Turn up the vocals. These English lyrics are a little cheesy, but they're not egregiously grammatically bad, which I honestly really appreciate. It's a very samey song, though. I feel like I'm running out of opinions to have. So the bridge is just sort of a slowed down version, or a stretched out version of the chorus lyrics, which is okay. It's certainly one way to do a bridge. Alright, so that was pretty much fine. I don't have too many issues with it. I like a little bit of, like, is this like alt rock? Like indie rock? Almost emo adjacent? I don't quote me on that. But it's good. This is very much like, this is what was popular among the people that I ran with, like, in high school, like in like 2015, 2016, the sorts of like friends I had, the people I sat with at the lunch table, were really into this sort of music, and so it feels almost a little nostalgic for me to listen to. It's a style of music, it's a genre that I can appreciate and I can enjoy, so I'm not mad about this. A couple of things. This song does feel a bit samey. There's not a lot of like build up and slow down, and like it's just sort of like the same thing the whole way through. And sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. I get the feeling it might not work so well here. I also look, these are pre-recorded vocals, right? But I'm not, the way the pre-recorded vocals sound, the way they're getting drowned out by the instrumental, and the way that some of these like runs and notes have been sounding, it doesn't fill me with utmost confidence for the live performance, if that makes sense at all. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it's just a mixing thing. There've been a lot of weird mixing things this year, but yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's certainly not a bad start, is what I'll say. Up next, we have Tiny Little Boo by Anahit Adamyan. So Anahit is known to us here in the Eurovision world. She went to Junior Eurovision in 2017 as part of a duo called Anahit and Mary. They had a song called Tarber, which placed like second or third. It was quite fun. I liked it. I still kind of like it. And now here she is again, doing the Big Girl contest, which I love for her, but did she really have to call her song Tiny Little Boo? Okay, riffs, yeah, it's about what you'd expect. Having heard her Junior Eurovision entry, that's what I expect. Okay, yes, high note. I think I did on it, yeah. Little new disco, alright. Y'all know I like that. Chorus a bit mellow for my taste, that's okay. Feels very K-pop. Like, this is an entirely Armenian song, the writers are Armenian, but it feels just a little K-poppy. This spoken section is also very K-pop girl group. There's a very weird, subtle, like, kind of engine revving-y effect in just the left sound channel, and it's very quiet. But now that I've heard it, I can't unhear it. She sounds the same. How do you sound the same now as you do when you're, like, 11 years old? Or however old she was. She was young, right? Like 9? In some ways, this is just a redo of Anahit's Junior Eurovision song. It's the riffing, it's her tone quality, it's really a little bit in the composition as well. And that has me a little disappointed because I was wondering if we were going to get something new from her. I kind of would have liked something totally new from her. And that's not what we're getting, and that's okay. This is good. This is competent. I like new disco. I just do. This is not the best attempt at new disco that we've had all national final system. That honor goes to one of the songs in Norway, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And, you know, we know that she can sing live. She's been singing notes like this live since she was however old she was at Junior Eurovision. So that's great. Yeah, no, it's a good song. I think it's ruined by the title, if I'm totally dead honest. Like, I think that I would probably be more inclined to like this if the lyric "I'm your tiny little boo" was not in there, and if it was not like the title lyric. Like, please find something else to say. Please find something else to say. But it is what it is, and it's okay. Like, it's an alright song within a genre that I enjoy. Again, it feels sort of K-pop-y, like not like low budget K-pop girl group, but like medium level, slightly underproduced K-pop girl group. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I do think, I think that, like, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming, but I do suspect then that in the grand scheme of things, this one is going to be in my top 3. So like, if you get some like kawaii future bass in there or whatever it was, like you've got me. I'm hooked. So we have another Anahit now. We have Anahit, Hakobyan, and Gasoiia with the song Wild. It's a fun intro. Sounds a little Nordic. It's pretty though. His voice is so overprocessed, and usually I hate that, but weirdly it works with the instrumental. I haven't seen much of the fan reaction to these songs yet, but I have a feeling that this is gonna be a fan favorite. What? I should hate this. In any other song, I would hate this. But this sort of thing gets a crowd going. So I think this would actually be a really smart choice for Eurovision, actually. Oh, and if she can sing like this live, like, I haven't said this yet, but her tone quality is really nice. I like the sound of her voice. Okay. Here we go. Is that the end? Oh, that's the end. Fascinating. Yeah, this one was good. This one was good. Armenia, you should really consider this one. Now, okay, so it's not like, this isn't the kind of song that I love, right? It's just not. It's sort of, it doesn't sound like particularly Armenian in any way. There are parts of it that sound very like Nordic Eurovision. There are parts of it that sound kind of Latin. There are parts of it that sound kind of just like American. But it works together. It's a cohesive sort of song where all the different parts flow into each other with a certain amount of polish, and it has this sort of like chorus that's very like chanty and dancey, and you can get the crowd going to that in the arena in Basel. Like, this is the one place I will ever allow a wide shot, ever. You know, like the big long where they like show the whole crowd and the stage, and this performance on the stage look really small. Like, if you get a shot of just the crowd dancing along and partying during that chorus, like, that would maybe be the one good use of those kinds of camera shots ever in my book. Yeah, it's not my thing, but it's a very smart Eurovision song. And that's good, because Armenia, say what you will about them, they do like to try. They do try at Eurovision every year, and I have mad respect for them for trying. I have mad respect for them for trying, hopefully not crying. Yeah, anyway, so it's good. It was good. I was kind of not expecting that to be so good, but like from a technical procedural standpoint, again, like on a personal level, it's like, oh, this is a song. But from a Eurovision standpoint, it's very clear that there was some thought put into this, and that's great. All right, we have another duet here. We have Arsen featuring Kamil with the song "Will You Marry Me?" Now, folks, I'm a romantic. I am. So I would love to know what this is gonna sound like. Hopefully it will be cute and a little retro. And if it's not, then I will maybe be a little disappointed. It's not retro, but it's suave. It's creepy. This is not contemporary to this era of Eurovision. This belongs in 2007 or perhaps 1979. Now, the instrumental is okay. It sort of makes my body want to dance even if my brain isn't about it, but then everything about the vocals just kind of ruins it. Well, that was certainly different from what else I've heard so far today. It's really quite different from most other things that I've heard so far this entire national final season. Got some questions. First and foremost, like, is there some time travel happening here? Because I really cannot see how truly anybody in the year of our Lord 2025 wrote a song like this and thought, that's a great Eurovision song. I should submit it to the national selection. Did who are these songwriters here? Did Vahram Petrosyan and Mariam Shahinyan time travel from the 70s? Or that part in the 2000s where we had televote only everything and like all the songs sounded like this for some reason. Look, we're like, okay. Listen, we're supposed to have positive things to say in these, right? I don't think I can think of one. Which is really embarrassing and bad because I'm a positive person. I say this in job interviews all the time. Oh, I can absolutely find something to enjoy and feel passionate about in every position that I've ever worked. It's a skill of mine and it's really important to me. I can't find it here. I can't. It's just the way he's singing and the words, it's just so like creepy. It's giving Serhat, and not even in like a funny tacky way. It's just cringe, and it's so dated and it's so bad, and I just want to know who okayed this. Whose idea was this song? So here's somebody that we all know. We know Athena Manoukian. She is a Greek-Armenian singer and songwriter. She contributed both music and lyrics to this her entry, and she was supposed to represent Armenia in 2020. The contest got canceled. She was not reselected. I don't remember what Chains on You sounded like. This song is called DaQueenation. I don't think I'm going to like it, but I am going to go into it with an open mind. Cinematic-y kind of opening. I like the way her voice sounds, especially in the context of this instrumental. I'm starting to remember what Chains on You sounded like. I was expecting to really not like this, and this is generally not type of music, but for what it is, it's actually pretty well done and fun, and it could be a good Eurovision entry. I think the thing that is getting me interested here is that I don't think she's actually that bad a rapper. Like, she's a pretty competent rapper, and the, like, charisma that she's delivering is endearing this style of song to me a little more. Got a little bit of traditional music action, I think. I kind of like this as an outro, honestly. Usually I don't like Yas Queen music. That is not what I enjoy. And I think that Eurovision as a whole has just generally had too much of it, and it is time to just collectively move on with our lives. This is pretty good, actually. I did not have high expectations. This did exceed my expectations. She's a pretty competent rapper, and she just seems to have a sort of like charisma that you can tell even in the recording, and you can edit a lot of things in post or whatever when you record music, but that kind of charisma like often does have to come from the artist organically. And I think that this is a case, where she does. And she can go on stage and she can just sort of like perform it and let it loose and it will be good. And I just, I think that the production here was really solid. I really I was expecting this to be like, oh, like this is going to be my 10th or 11th place. I'm going to totally hate it. It's going to be awful. It's not that. This was for the genre that it is, which is something that I don't personally enjoy, this was pretty good, and it got to the point where I was enjoying it. I was enjoying listening to it, which is great. Except there's one problem, there's one big glaring reason why this cannot go to Eurovision. And that reason is Malta. So, by now you are probably all aware of the song Kant, which translates in Maltese to singing, ostensibly, that will be sung by Mariana Conte for Malta at Eurovision. I'm just going to assume that you've heard about it. I'm going to assume that you know what it is, and you've seen the live performance, or you've seen a video of some kind of this song, or you've heard it. It is this type of music turned all the way up to the max in what I will go on record as saying is the worst way possible. It's a bad song and I hate it. But this song is too similar. Like, partly because of the whole, like, I'm so clever of the title DaQueenation, and, paralleling to the sort of punny, if lewd cunt title. But also because, like, this song is trying to do seriously and sort of maturely what Mariana Conte has given up on doing maturely. And if you put those two songs against each other in a televote vote, cunt is gonna come out on top. It just is, because it just turns the dial on that all the way up. Whereas this is like there is an attempt at having some kind of class and decorum here. And I do think that she's capable of having that class and decorum on stage. I think that independent of the Malta situation, if this went to Eurovision, it would do well. It would get a good result. But as it is, with the situation that we are currently in, it would just get outshone. It would. In ways that would personally make me very mad, and I'm already really mad about that song. If you haven't seen the Malta post-discussion video, or it's not out yet, you should watch it. You should watch it when it comes out if it's not out yet, because I am going to get so very mad for such a long time. But this video is not actually about Malta, it's about Armenia. And so just one more item on my very long list of grievances about the Malta situation is that it cheapens what could otherwise be a strategic choice for Armenia. Because this is the kind of stuff that Armenia is good at. This kind of like Yas Queen stuff. They can do it very well. They've proven that they can do it very well. They would know how to stage something like this. They would know how to present it. But if it goes to Eurovision, it's not really going to live up to its full potential because it's going to be competing with Malta. Even if they're in separate semifinals, I don't remember what countries are in what pots or what semifinals right now. I know we've had the drawing. I just don't know. Even if they're in separate semifinals, like they're just the sameness of it all, and the so much more like the way that the Maltese entry is just so much more turned up is just going to drown this out, and it's going to make this song, frankly, look cheap by comparison. That sucks! Last song here is called Prayer. It is by Flora Bichakhchyan. I'm sorry, Flora, for not pronouncing your name very well. And I hope that it will be nice and good. Traditional opening instrument. What's this called? The duduk? Oh, I'm in love. The church bell, the traditional flute, the backing vocals, the raspy voice. Oh, I love it. Oh, these harmonies. Okay, bit of a shift here. I trust that Armenia would be able to make this work. I do have faith that they could pull it off. And then we're getting these backing vocals back, so it's coming together. Like, she's Diet Adele, but I'm not mad about it. More traditional singing here, too, I think. I don't know too much about Armenian music, but it just has the vibes. And she's singing in Armenian some, which is cool. Oh. Playing with the tempo a little. Under the riffs. Oh my god, if she can do these riffs live. Okay, picking up the speed now. Oh, the backing vocals. Oh, these backing vocals are so good. Oh, I'm so glad that was good. I liked it. Oh, I liked it. I said I hoped it would be good, and it was good. Like, okay, so we're gonna get the one negative thing I have to say out of the way, and that's that it feels a little disjointed. The transitions are a little funny. There's a lot of like weird sort of like she's stylistically doing this, and then she's stylistically doing that, and then the tempo's doing this, and then the tempo's doing that, and then we're speeding up, and then we're repeating this, and it kind of jumps back and forth a lot. But I like Armenia are capable of doing weird things, and that is like they are just capable of putting it together and pulling it off, and I have trust in their abilities to put together good staging and to do whatever polish they might need to do if this goes to Eurovision, you know. But yeah, so good things. I do love some good religious imagery. I like I'm not a religious trauma girly. I'm a symbolism girly. There is a difference. But I like some religious imagery. I think that's neat. The combination of the different elements of the instrumental and the backing vocals. Oh, those backing vocals they're so like full and lushly harmonized, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I want to kiss it on the lips. That sounds so strange to say about an audio track, but it's true. I want to kiss it on the lips. It's neat. And there's the church bell sound that comes, and the little bits of the traditional music that are coming in. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. And I mean, Flora, oh, that voice. That voice is just, like, if she can deliver that kind of power live, I am like that's top 5 for me for the year already. And we have like, we don't even have that many songs yet. If she can deliver this live, like that, it's gonna be up there. So that's that. This was such a nice note to end on. I'm so glad that the last song that I listened to was good, because now I can just sort of like close out the video being like happy instead of being mad. That's so nice. Oh, that was good. All right. Yeah, overall, I think definitely 6 very different songs that I listened to today. Very, very different songs. But I think that there is more than one good choice that Armenia could make. I think of what I listened to today, there are 3 songs I think they could send, and I would be sort of like, yeah, okay, this could work. You can make this work. So, yeah, overall, pretty solid effort by Armenia. I am curious as to what the other 6 songs sound like. I will do that later on my own time and not on camera. Anyway, yeah, great job, Armenia. You got options, and that's great. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you can leave a like, you can leave a comment, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have more reaction videos to, we're going to have one more for Depi Evratesil where we've got reaction videos to the national finals that have happened. We will be putting out videos for the songs that have been selected for Eurovision already, so that's pretty cool. We have discussions, we have interviews, all sorts of fun and cool things. You can also check out our website, www.thateurovisionsite.com, for all the latest news, interviews, rankings, editorials, cool stuff. We got cool stuff there. The website is on socials at @thateurosite on most socials. You can also check out the podcast that we have. The podcast at this moment is mostly audio versions of some of our video content, but if you haven't checked out our podcast already, We do have some podcast exclusive podcast original content on there as well, so you can sort of browse around, see what you like. You can find the podcast to listen to on our website. You can find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can find the podcast socials at that Euro site on like Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky, I think. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.